Chapter 10 Endocrine System. Functions of Hormones. Summary. 1. Reproductive activities. Control the production of reproductive cells, development of secondary sex characteristics, sexual behavior, and pheromone release during spawning season. 2. Growth and regeneration. Promote body growth, metamorphosis, in some fish species, and tissue regeneration. 3. Metabolism and homeostasis. Maintain internal balance of water, ions, blood glucose, and body temperature. 4. Adaptation to environment. Help the body adjust physiological processes in response to external environmental changes. Glands in fish. Summary. 1. Exocrine glands. Have ducts that release secretions outside the body. Examples in fish include mucus glands, which produce mucus covering the skin and scales. Mucus is secreted when fish are disturbed, stressed, or stimulated. 2. Endocrine glands. Have no ducts. They release hormones directly into the bloodstream to regulate body functions. Pituitary gland. A small, white gland located beneath the forebrain. It is the most important endocrine gland because it controls the activities of other endocrine glands. It has two parts, the anterior and posterior lobes. Control of hormone secretion from the pituitary gland. Summary. 1. Neural control. Signals from the hypothalamus regulate the anterior pituitary. The hypothalamus produces releasing hormones, stimulate, or inhibiting hormones, suppress, the secretion of pituitary hormones. 2. Negative feedback. Hormones from the anterior pituitary stimulate target glands to produce hormones. When hormone levels are too high, they inhibit the anterior pituitary, stopping further hormone release. 3. Pituitary lobes and functions. Intermediate lobe produces hormones controlling pigment distribution. Transitional lobe produces growth-related hormones. Posterior lobe produces oxytocin, regulating urine flow and water reabsorption. Other glands in fish. Summary. 1. Pineal gland. Small, flat, cone-shaped gland at the base of the midbrain. Contains pinealocytes that produce melatonin from serotonin, sometimes called the third eye in fish. Some fish, like hagfish, lack it. Cells are similar to retinal cells in other fish. 2. Urophysis. Located at the tip of the tail vertebrae, on the ventral side of the spinal cord. Well vascularized and produces hormones involved in osmoregulation. 3. Thyroid gland. Develops from the fourth pharyngeal pouch, similar to other vertebrates. Appears as dispersed sacs in the pharyngeal region under the ventral aorta, with a single cell thick tissue structure. 1. Parathyroid, ultimabranchial body, small glands next to the thyroid. Produce parathormone, PTH, which increases blood calcium by stimulating calcium reabsorption in kidneys and calcium release from bones. Works effectively with vitamin D2. Thymus. Located above or below the gill arches. Large in young fish, produces thymosin that supports growth of T lymphocytes for immunity against viruses, fungi, and some bacteria. Shrinks in adults. 3. Hypothalamus. Produces two types of hormones. Releasing hormones. Stimulate anterior pituitary to secrete hormones. Inhibiting hormones. Suppress secretion of growth hormone, somatostatin, prolactin, PIF, and melatonin, MIF. 1. Pancreatic islets. Islets of Langerhans, embedded in the pancreas, produce insulin and glucagon to regulate blood sugar. 2. Chromaffin tissue. Found in kidneys, produces epinephrine, controlling pigment cells. Location varies by species, ventral abdominal in jawless fish, along kidneys in cartilaginous fish, front kidney in bony fish. 3. Interrenal tissue. Runs along the postcardinal vein, produces adrenocortical steroids to regulate water balance and metabolism of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. 4. Stanious corpuscles. Endocrine tissue in the kidney, regulates blood calcium in coordination with the pituitary. More active in marine fish than freshwater fish. 5. Adrenal gland. Located above the kidneys, divided into cortex and medulla, present in higher vertebrates. 6. Reproductive glands. Ovaries in females. Testes in males.